to today's Next Level Suite training. We are doing a live Q&A today, so anyone who has questions, you can send them through the chat function. You can also use the Q&A at the top of the screen, and I will keep a watch on my email for any questions that come through. And you can also ask verbally if you have questions as we're going. So I have a couple of things that I'm going to show you. First, a couple of questions that have already come in, and then I will open it up for questions as we're going. If you have questions on something while I am showing it, feel free to speak up. That's the whole purpose of this type of training, is that I can answer those questions as we are going. So welcome, everyone. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the ability to set up what is called an enterprise account. We've had several people asking. This is a new feature that is available. And if you already have a Next Level Suite account, we can switch your account to an enterprise account. So what that means is you have your main account, and then you can have other accounts within that. So if you have another person on your staff that you want to share your database with, and they can see the email campaigns that you have set up, use the email campaigns that you have set up, use the one-touch emails that you have created, but they're sending them from their own account. So the email is coming from that person instead of coming from you. You do have the ability to do that. So you can purchase an enterprise account or turn your account into an enterprise account, and then you can add those additional accounts. The enterprise account does need to be an executive level account, but then you can add basic, pro, or executive within that account, and we'll be releasing more information about that this week. But if you have questions, you can certainly ask, or if you're interested in it, please let us know. Those of you who are on that are regional partners or operations managers, this is the way we are moving towards for our region, so that you can share that database with your success coaches and the other partners that you have greatly, so everyone is on the same page and we don't lose any of our contacts and have great follow-up for all of our users or all of our visitors. Okay. All right, and so next thing that I want to talk about, there have been some questions about the tags, how to use the tags, and how to create the tags. So you create the tags from your contact tab, and then with this little dial on the side, and then you go manage your tags. So the tags are really any way you would ever want to search for anyone. And people have been concerned about the folders and people not being able to be in two different folders. They don't need to be in two different folders. Just tag them differently. So if we're talking about a region, have your presidents tagged, have the different chapters, create tags for the different chapters. So when you're doing your searching, you can search for all of these tags. You are also then able to color code them and create the icons if you would like. So create those tags, use them. You can apply them to whole folders. You can remove them from whole folders. Let me show you how you do that. You can apply those tags as you import people as well. So if I wanted to apply a tag to all of these people, I would just do the select all, and I go more, and I can add or remove tags. And then you start typing, and your tags start coming up. And I'm just going to cancel out of there so I don't actually apply any. But you could select, like I said, a whole folder and add or remove those tags. So then when you do your searching, you can search by if they have any of the tags or if they have all of the tags, and then you can do that search. You can also save that search. So if you did a search for all of your presidents, save the search as your presidents. It shows up over here in your saved searches. Then as you add that tag to people or remove that tag to people, if it's a change in leadership, those searches are always up to date as long as your tags are up to date. That's really the best way to do your searching for people and to label people. All right. Another thing that I like to tell people about with this search, I love search if you haven't figured that out yet, We talk about constantly adding people to your database. That is a great way to see, keep you on track. So you're always getting new people, always getting new leads. What I do at the end of every month is I use this date added on, and I go after, and then I select the date, the last day of the last month, and I do a search. So I can see, and then I track it every month, how many people I've added to my database, and then I can correlate that. If I've added 100 people and I have 5 new customers, I know that for every 100 people I get, I'll get 5 new customers. So that's something for you too. It helps put a dollar figure on adding those people to your database. So if you know how many you need to add and how many of those you convert to customers. So that's just kind of a fun little tidbit for people to always make sure that they're adding to their database. All right. The audio and video creator, there has been some confusion with the audio and video creator and how Next Call is. If you are recording a message with Next Call, it needs to be in the Next Call feature. So you do that in your Next Call settings, and you go to your video, or your voicemail, library. And then you use this option 1, or if you already have it as an MP3 file, it has to be an MP3 file, you can upload it. This is where you record your voicemail if you're using Next Call. If you want to send an audio message to someone by email or embed it into a website or use it in that form, that is the audio creator. You do that in Audio Creator, and you can do this record in audio. So it's the same thing. You're going to call in. You're going to enter a PIN. You're going to save it. After you save it, it will show up here. Now I can send this by email. I can embed this into a website. So you could do like a follow-up to someone and just do your voice recording and send it to them by email. The same is true with the video creator. You can create your video or upload it and then save it. And once it is in your account, you have the stats. You can see how many people watched it. You can edit it, send an email, embed it in a website, export it to YouTube. Once it is in your account, then when you want to send a video to someone, you select the person that you want to send the email to, and then you have this option. This is the video. So when you click on here, it will show all of the videos that are in the file that I just showed you. It will show you all of the audio creator audios that you have saved, and you can add those to your email. When people open that email and start watching that video, in your settings, in your My Account, and your emails and notifications, you can get notified if someone is watching your video. So as long as you have that marked, you'll get that, that they started watching your video. You can have it by text message or by email, and it is real time. That's very cool for follow-up. All right, another question that I had is, can you create address labels? Yes, you can. So you start out by doing your advanced search, or if you have a whole folder, do your search for the people that you want. And then you would do the search, and it pulls up the people. So if I did my search, and these are the people that it pulled up, I want to create address labels for all of these people. I do the select all. Make sure that you're showing all of the people, because it will just select the first page. So if I had a page 2 here, it would not use those. So you can change that by going right here, show 1,000, whatever it is. Select them all. Then you go more, and you go create print labels. You can do the selected contacts, or if you wanted everyone in your database, you would do all contacts. I'm just going to go selected contacts. Oh, hold on. And what it does, you can't see my screen now, is it takes you to Avery. And then you can create the address labels from Avery. So we have it integrated with Avery to create the address labels, and then you can print them. All right. Go back where I was. All right. Another question, show high-level steps to record an educational webinar for YouTube or subscription. So creating the webinars, it's up to each person individually how they want to do those. If you want to do them as a PowerPoint, or if you want to do it as just using the webcam, you can do it that way as well. So it's more of a, almost like an interactive. If you're using your webcam, you're talking directly to the people. Your picture video is up on the screen. When you are doing that, you want to make sure that you are recording it. If you are doing it as a PowerPoint, it gets into a little more detail on, you're going to do, one of the options when you're doing your screen sharing is to share a custom region. You want to make sure that you're sharing a custom region. Then in your PowerPoint, there's a setting that you need with your PowerPoint as well, and you go under View, and it's single pane at a time, or single window at a time. And then you have your sharing around the PowerPoint, and just show the PowerPoint instead of your whole computer screen. Once you have those saved, have those recordings saved, you can look at your past meetings that you have, any of them that are saved. You can then set them up on autopilot. So if you have it perfected exactly how you want it, then you can reuse that training or that webinar and have people register for it. So you can set it up for autoplay. It will play automatically. They need to register for it. If you want to make it so that only certain people can get in on it, you can set it up with a password. Keep it password protected so that they need the password to enter it. And then you can see afterwards, when you go into your archive, you can see who attended, how many people attended. You can see how long they were in the meeting as well. What you can do if you want to do it as a subscription, just set it up and always do it live. You can, when you schedule your meeting, so you're going to go schedule a meeting, enter in your information. You know what? I'm having some technical issues right now. My keyboard does not want to work. So I'm just going to go out of this. What you would do is you would go repeat. How often are you going to repeat it? Next step. Do you require a password? Enter your password. Next step. And now when you email it to people, they'll have you'll send them the password, and this will start every week at the same time. So if you're going to do it live, you can do it on the reoccurring meeting. Does that answer your question, Mike? Kind of? Are there any other questions that people have? Here's your chance. Is there a question? Okay. Well, if there are not any other questions, I'm going to stop our recording. So thank you, everyone.